아가씨.
아저씨 이게 뭐야? Hello everybody, Agashi here today, so hope you guys are all doing really well. So, there's a new K-drama that came out, so I'm going to be reviewing the first 2 episodes of it with you guys, or these are those episodes that are like 2 back-to-back, so it's kind of like the 4, 2, I don't know, however you want to do it. But this drama is called Meow, the Secret Boy. There's a couple different titles, but I guess this one is Meow, the Secret Boy, or Welcome, who knows, but excuse me. So it is a total of 32 episodes if you're counting the back-to-back, but if you're not, it's a total of 16 episodes, and I think it airs on Wednesday and Thursday. Yeah, it airs on Wednesday and Thursday. So if you guys are at home trying to find something to watch, I recommend this. I actually do like it. So today I'm going to go over the cast, the synopsis, and the first 2 episodes with you guys. So as for our cast, we have Kim Myung Soo, known as L. He plays Hongju. And then we have Shin Ye-eun as Kim Sora. And then So Jin-woo as Lee Jae-sung. And Yoon Ye-jung as Eun Ji-eun. And then Kang-hoo as Go Duk-si. So the synopsis is, a graphic designer in her mid-20s, Kim Sora, dreams of becoming a web-based comic author and has always had a love-hate relationship with cats. But Sora's life changes fast when she brings home a friendly cat. It turns out, however, that this is not an ordinary old cat. She named him Hongju, and he can transform into human form. Hongju becomes exceptionally fond of Soa and goes on great pains to hide his human identity from her. He soon proves that he will do anything that is required in order to stay near her. Will Hongju be able to keep his identity as a secret, or what is their store for this human-cat dual relationship between the two of them? So if you guys remember, I did a review a while back on this Chinese drama called I'm a Pet at Dali Temple. This is something kind of like that in a way, but it's also based off of webtoon too, so that's what this is. So recap on the first 4 episode back to back, whatever. The drama starts us off 15 hours before Soa actually brings home the cat. She wakes up with her friend knocking on the door, telling her that her crush Lee Jae-sung has broken up with his girlfriend and returning. She has a hard time that morning getting ready to work. Her father isn't eating his breakfast, neither does he want to go to his swimming class. She says he needs to find something for him to do, a hobby and interest that he would do, and rather than staying at home. And he tells her he does have a hobby and he wants to get married and have her move out. She thinks of how and so she has like this difficulty of thinking like that, and then she has this thinking of saying how annoying cats are, and people are similar to that, and her father is the Princeton cat, something like that. And she gets to work, and there's In-jung, who is awfully quiet, and Soa wants to bring her closer to the co-worker, but she doesn't want to join them, as they don't care to join with her too, because she got the job, because she knows the higher up, all this stuff like that. So they kind of despise her and all stuff like that. But Soa wants to be friends with her. So she ends up meeting Jae-sung, who has opened up a cafe across a cafe named Sonamun, which she thinks is related to her, as she still has feelings for him. So we get to see Hongju as a cat who has a dream or memory he doesn't know, but he was a little boy and he had met Soa before, and he can transform into a human version, and we actually do see him transform, but he's confused and he doesn't know. So eventually on his own now, Jae-sung's ex-girlfriend returned the cats to him, stating that her future in-laws does not like cats and hates cats. Now he has to find a place for the cat, as he's allergic to the cat, and the cat's name is Sergei something. And then Soa ends up taking it home, and she hates cats, but we get to see the cat transform into a human, and it's actually Elle. So as of this point, the cat is still named Sergey, and later on she will change the cat's name to Hongju. So she tries to find someone to adopt the cat, but nobody wants it. She complains of how much she hates it, and she doesn't like it, and cats are unlike dogs who can actually, do a lot of things with humans, and we get to see that the cat Sergey turns to a human form and ends up saving her father. And she finally meets at the hospital, she meets her father's fiance and figures out why her father wants to move out and is getting married. He has a heart condition, and the fiance, they're going to move together into the countryside, and she's going to help take care of him, pretty much take it. She doesn't have the time to be there for her father, and to have someone to be able to take care of her father is actually in a good way. So her father moves to she agrees to the remarrying and her father moving. She's gonna make peace with it. So the fiance, which is her new mom, but she calls her aunt or something like that, offers her a place to live, so she doesn't have to be homeless or suffer trying to find a place. So she has a house, and her son only comes once in a while, so Sora could stay on one floor and the son could stay on the other floor. And the house ends up being across from Jason's cafe, and so she's going to live, across from him, and so she ends up living there by herself, and she has the cats, and she starts getting frustrated as the cat doesn't listen to her, doesn't eat, and all this stuff like that. A lot of things happen to her, and the cat keeps turning into human form, and the cat, pretty much he conclude that for him to be human, it probably has something to do with her scent or an item he touches that belongs to her. So that's what he's assuming, Eventually, things go on. She gets attached to the cat, and that's when she names the cat Hongju. And so she thought, when you're with me, I name you Hongju, but when you're back to Jason, you could be Sergey, whatever. And so, the Hongju keeps turning into the human form, and Soa is trying to, he's trying to figure out everything, trying to remember, and apparently when he was a little boy, he transformed, and Soa has actually met him, all this stuff like that. But, he finally makes his appearance in front of Soa and keeps following her everywhere, and he finally appears in front of Jason too. And then when Jason came over to Soa's house, he transformed into a human in front of them, as he's protective of her now. So in the preview, we get to see that Soa figures out that Hongju is the cat, and he can turn to human. So that is the recap of the beginning couple episodes right there. I'm actually very excited to see how this is going to turn out, because how is this going to work out? It makes me go, is this something kind of like Angel's Love, where he was a human taken away, stuff like that? I'm kind of thinking like that right now. So I'm excited he picked up a drama, and looking forward to see how it's gonna turn out. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm just watching to see how it turns out, but I'm really excited what's actually in store for this drama for us. And it's really amazing to see Al being playing these dramas again, as he did so well in Angel's Love, Angel's Last Mission, and all stuff like that. So do look forward to it. And if you guys are trying to look for something to watch, I recommend this. This is actually some fantasy stuff, and we'll see how it turns out. And obviously the girl, I know her because she was in Psychometric and Ji Young, so that's how I recognize her. But really do look forward to see what's in store for this drama. But I don't want to blabber on for too long, but that is the recap of Meow the Secret Boy, and I will see you guys next time.